Condolences to Mandela family, the African National Congress, the country in general, and I must say the whole world. It's a great loss. It's a great loss for the whole world. He was a great man, and through sacrifices of people like Nelson Mandela, people like myself can stand here in the middle of a small town of Bloemfontein and shine bright as examples of what his sacrifices ended up with.
All right, thank you very much. That's Letsiko Mokoena. Let's chat now to Refiwa Ledwaba. She is not only a fixed-wing pilot, but she's also a helicopter pilot, and she heads up the women's organization in aviation and aerospace in Southern Africa. Where were you when you heard the news?
Oh, I was in my bedroom, 2 a.m. in the morning. I got an SMS, and obviously it was very sad because we didn't expect it. But just like Joy has said, Litsika said, he's laid so much foundation for us. And we're going to carry on that torch, educate, because that's what he was all about. Education, inspiration, giving. And that is what Sawia is all about. And we're going to carry on that legacy.
What did he mean to you?
I mean, he meant a lot. He was a symbol of hope. I mean, we are where we are because of the work that they've done to bring about democracy. We can be able to fly. After where it wasn't, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we're not able to do that. So he has done a lot. And the only thing that we can do for him is carry on that torch and give back.
Refiwa, is it fair to say Madiba gave you and other women wings?
Definitely, he did give us wings.
He gave not only women in aviation and the aerospace wings, he's given all South Africans wings. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Sihandla Smith, who's also here from the Premier's office in the Free State. Shocking news. Where were you? How did you feel this morning?
Man, I've never had the privilege to meet him in person. But when I go to Robben Island and I stand in the quad and I go to the quarry, I can hear him speak to me. Nelson Mandela is a unique person. I don't refer to him as in the past because he will live on. I never had the privilege to meet him, but I want to thank him on behalf of the white people in this country for what he's done for us. And I want to remind the white people in this country that they must remember that we as whites were part of his plans. We never was left out. As the Freedom Charter says clearly, this country belongs to black and white. And it was his intervention and his wisdom and his foresight that prevented war in this country. And we all owe him the respect and the thanks for what he's done. He's a great man, and he will always be a great person in this country for us as whites. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. That's Sihandla Smith, who has been here, I must just tell you, for about the last 3 hours. And when I actually saw the man in the pink shirt, his eyes were red. You could see that tears had been falling from them this morning. I think, Leanne, as much as we have seen people mourning and lots of shock, it's still trying to sink in. We've also seen people remembering the absolute legacy of the man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, as a nation, we have had the chance to almost build ourselves up for this day. It obviously is not taking away from the tragedy of this occasion, because it certainly is a tragedy to lose such an incredible and wonderful person that has done so much for us as a people. And the more you speak to the people, you understand how much he's done and how many lives he's actually touched. But to be here on the streets and actually hearing from the people and hearing the singing and it's a sad yet celebratory tone, and that's one way that I can sum it up in a way. So it's been exceptionally interesting, and I think reading what's going on social media as well has been exceptionally humbling. People sending in messages of condolences from all corners of the earth, all South Africans putting a message out there. I don't think that I have, Valen, in all the time that I have been working or doing news ever seen one subject dominating the news across the world, over Twitter, Facebook, you name it, that is all anybody is speaking about, because this man is felt in all corners of the earth.
Absolutely. There was a virtue about him that spoke to absolutely every single person. And now we enter our whole country into a stage of mourning at the moment. And it really is a moment that we will sit and we will reflect and we will remember everything that he stood for, because I think that we live and we enjoy the freedoms, but sometimes we don't understand the full weight behind all of that.
Yeah.
And I think now all of those memories are going to come rushing back, and we're really going to understand this man in even a greater way.
Yeah.